So the worms arrived this week. The worms are the volunteers who are here to work on the deworming programme. 4 from the States, 3 Ghanaians and 1 from the UK. This is the first deworming programme to run, and the target is 4,000 children, 16 schools over a 2-week period. My job is to capture the action, and as this is back in school, I'm delighted. One of my absolute highlights was taking a hike from the village of Darmang. It down for you. Oh, the hike is not demanding, says Hayford. By the 2/3 point, I'm really on my knees, especially as I've got all the camera equipment on my back. But the struggle was worth it and the view's spectacular. To top off a fabulous trek, we ended up at the local bar, from which I went out into the street with the video camera to round up a few kids. I duly came back with a gaggle of children. The music was turned up and hey ho, we had an instant party. But the real star of the show was Junior, who was not letting anyone steal his thunder and was picking up the moves very nicely. In fact, he put 1 or 2 of our team to shame, not mentioning any names, Jamie. In fact, we were so appalled at some of the shapes he was making, we fed him to the crocodiles.
I'll wait till you finish your food. Oh no!
We all had a little bit of a surprise this week. I think I mentioned before that the compound in which we live is owned by Chief Numo. And Chief Numo is one of the big chiefs of the Greater Accra region. Anyway, having arrived back from work one night, I found a large sheep chained to a tree and a large chicken running around the compound. And these animals were for a sacrifice that night for one of the ceremonies that Numo was conducting. At 3 o'clock the following morning, I was awakened by 3 gunshots. And apparently this was to attract the attention of the gods, so that they were then able to witness the ceremony. This duly done, the animals' throats were cut and they were popped in the pot in order to cook up overnight and be served for breakfast the next day. One of the very special moments for me was the filming of the Special Needs Club, which has been organised and run by a young medical student from England. Jamie, who worked with VPWA last year, saw a need to help some of the children with special needs, and this year has come over to set up and run a special needs club. His task was to find the team, the children, the location, and raise the money in order to run the club.
I came out here to Ghana a year ago, and I was working in a medical centre in a sort of rural village, and I just sort of started to notice some of these kids and generally the state of mental health in Ghana as being quite a serious issue.
These children and their parents face a huge amount of stigma in the community, and many babies in rural areas with obvious signs of problems are still got rid of. Before the club ran, Jamie had to locate the special needs children, and this he did with the help of the local Ghanaian Simeons. I was allowed to attend 2 of the meetings and to interview the parents. And from here on, I'll let the participants tell the story.
School, international school, Kakrabra na mi yejumano. No ma abro no ma menchen. No. So say be enye we are more than na onity on person next step more than it. No ma abro ma menchen no.
Ina kan hela. Okay, sali etumo 2 years dani wo ba na keshin. Enyi agbena enyi hu ewie efe san ko no ba na ke be wale. Agbena wo kele hospital. Rapping kina check na kele le ke be wale. So pela kwa wo kele ba ya am school ya na fio. So ko kele ba ya. She because of Shikai war, Abrabo war.
Jamie, your dancing may be a little bit suspect, but I salute you and your team for the fantastic job you've done here in helping these children.